It is very, very common for people to say, especially, for example, in relation to all of the recent, hoopla over same-sex marriage and so on and so forth. If you've had a discussion with someone about this issue, you have run into people who have said, yes, but Jesus never said anything about homosexuality. Well, number one, that's not true. Jesus in the Sermon on the Mount talks about porneia. He talks about sexual impurity, which is a reference to the porneia code in Leviticus 18, which clearly upholds the idea that homosexuality is sinful. And if that's not what he's doing, we've got a huge problem, because Leviticus 18 also talks about incest, and we get some bestiality in there and some other stuff in there. So if our new Christian ethic is only if Jesus talked about it specifically, then homosexuality is the least of our problems. But Jesus did address the issue of homosexuality, because he addressed the issue of sexual impurity. He addressed the issue of fornication. He also addressed the issue of marriage and the nature of marriage. But here's the other problem. In doing this, we divorce Jesus from the rest of the Bible. And we let people do that. We let them do that. Well, Jesus never said anything about it. And then we just start scratching our heads and going, when people say that, you just look at them and say, so? You can't divorce him from the rest of the Bible. You can't do that. And the reason people continue to do this is because it works. But here's the other issue. Well, Jesus never said anything about homosexuality. And I'm just going to go ahead and be honest. I may have told y'all this last time I was here. There's this guy, kind of lives on the inside of me. His name is Bad Voddie. Everything is cool as long as I let him out every once in a while. Go to the gun range or jiu-jitsu tournaments. We're cool. But sometimes when I'm dealing with people like this, he wants to talk to him, and I just really have to try to not let him do that, because I ain't even sure that brother's saved sometime. But at any rate, Bad Voddie gets excited when people bring this up. He does, because they're like, well, Jesus never talked about homosexuality. Dear friend, Jesus is a member of the Godhead. Jesus has existed eternally in perfect union with the Father and the Spirit, which means when rocks of fire and brimstone were coming down on Sodom and Gomorrah, he was not absent, nor was he in disagreement. He is a member of the Godhead. Tell the truth. When people bring that up to you, you don't think about that. We don't think about the fact that Jesus is a member of the Godhead. He's a member of the Trinity. And as such, you can't divorce him from the God on the left side of the book, because he is the God on the left side of the book. Perfect union. Perfect agreement. No disagreement whatsoever. In fact, he raises the stakes. You have heard it said, don't commit adultery. But I say to you, if you look at a woman with lust, you've committed adultery already in your heart. He raises the stakes. So again, there is this perfect unity. This affects our worship. And it affects our witness. We worship the one who is God. We worship the one who has always existed as God. We worship the one who is in perfect unity and perfect harmony with the Father and the Spirit. We worship the triune God. Jesus is worthy of our worship because he's God.